Right, so we've pushed the bike out of the garage, put it around to the other side. Off camera I've just given it a wipe over and a quick clean up on this side, but this side's in a lot better condition than the other side, so not a lot to do really. For the rear sets, as you can see, are all fine and dandy. Rear brakes all good, nothing's bent, all straight there. Got our nice Olin's remote adjuster there, which is pretty trick. And a nice engine cover, carbon one, all lock wired up, as you can see there. Same with the oil filter down there, which you can't really see. Bit more gaffer tape, but we'll take that off and see what's underneath. Yeah, not a great deal to do this side really. So yeah, we'll just give it another check over tomorrow, and then but the main thing we need to focus on really is the silencer and the link pipe, which is over here. And as you can see, she's had a bit of a beating, so quite a few dents and knocks, etc., but it'll have to do for now. I need to make up a mounting strap for it, so I've got some aluminium, so I'll make one of those up. And something needs to be done here. I think this is probably a trackside repair. But, as you can see, the welding's not the best, but I'm sure it was a quick fix at the track and got the bike out on circuit, which is the main thing. So this is a little job we'll do as a tidy up, and in the meantime I'll start trawling eBay and Facebook Marketplace, etc., for a link pipe and a silencer. Right, so today's plan is to kind of not bodge, but make this silencer work for now, kind of thing. So we did have a couple of these little spaces here which kind of fit in there. One goes in there, one goes there, and it goes to the link pipe. So it's yeah, it's not pretty at the moment, so we'll try and find a new link pipe and a silencer at some point, but just for now, to get the bike up and running, I'm going to give these all a clean up with a grinder. As you can see, I've started already. Give that one a clean up, and then weld that into there, that into there, and then that into there. That's the plan. So we'll give it a go and hopefully get it as neat as we can, and then I need to make up a silencer strap to go up here. So we're just going to cut some of this aluminium sheet, bend that up, and then sort of make a strap so we can bolt it to here. Right, so I'm just marking out a strip of aluminium 3 centimeters wide for the exhaust strap. So we'll got that marked out, so we will go and get the grinder out and chop it up. Okay, so there's the first cut of the strap, so just use the disc cutter and then just hand file the edges there to get some of the burrs off, etc. So now we'll offer up to the can and get bending. Alright, so there's the first bend of the strap. So I know this silencer is battered, but they'll have to do for now till we find another one. So yeah, that's the first bend, so it's all looking okay, and then we'll just trim this area up and get sort of round it off and make it look a bit smarter, and then get a hole put in it. Right, so we've got the clamp all bent up, so that's looking fine. Just marked it up on the bike, so we're just going to drill a 6 or 8mm hole, I think. Actually no, it's 8mm. Yeah, we're going to drill an 8mm hole in there, and then we'll sort of finish the bracket off once I've got it bolted together, sort of round the end. So I whacked a 8mm hole through there with the trusty step drill, bolted the two halves together, and then we'll profile this and get this looking a bit nicer. There, so that's that little silencer strap made. All fits up okay now, so that's one little job done. So now we've got that in position and finished off. Now we've just got to sort out some welding on this link pipe, so we can run a bead of weld around here, get it all sealed up. I might, if possible, put some springs onto there, but we'll see how we go. I think this is possibly titanium, so I can't weld that, so it might not have to have springs and just all be welded up and then sealed, but we'll see what happens. Right, so Dad's kindly let me loose with his welder, I've done a little bit of welding before, like 4 times, so I'm pretty shit at it, but just got this all mocked up into position, so we're going to sort of tack weld this on the bike and then take it off and then hopefully weld all around it, and then I won't show you my welds unless they're really good and I'm really lucky. If not, I'll be getting the grinder out and making it all look pretty so you don't see it, but we'll have a good go anyway. That's the only way you can learn these things, is by having a try, isn't it? Right, I put a couple of tack welds on there, so now we'll try and weld it all the way around and fill some of this gap, which might be a bit tricky, so hopefully I don't blow too many holes in it, but we'll see what happens in a minute. Right, so I'm not going to show you my welding because it was pretty pants, but it seems to have done the job. So still got a couple of areas to sort of fill, but it's had a bit of a grind, and yeah, it's kind of come up alright. It's going to seal obviously and do the job, so I think the next thing I'm going to do is make up a few little a little tag there so I can put a small spring between those two. This is titanium, so I can't weld onto that, so I'm just going to get make up a little tab on here and just get a really short spring on, possibly even some lock wire just for now, as this is just a sort of temporary fix to get the bike up and running, and then we'll give it a final sort of sand and clean and get it mounted up properly. But that's what it's looking like so far anyway. Right, so that's the final sort of grind done. It doesn't looking too bad really. It's definitely not going to come apart. I think it's got so much weld in there, but it looks quite smart. Quite happy with that. So yeah, just going to make up a little tab to kick up here, and then if I can find a little spring there, jobs are good, and if not, she's getting some lock wire. Right, so I'm just knocking up a couple of little brackets to mount up here. I think this one's cooled down enough now, so I can grab it. So bear with me. I've got 2 sets of hands. Right, so yeah, that's basically going to sit like that. I'm going to weld it on, drill a hole in it just there, and then a tiny little spring if I can find one, or a bit of lock wire for now just to get the bike up and running. So just going to make another one for the bottom side of the link pipe, and then hopefully we'll get it all connected and bolted back up. Right, so that's the 2 little brackets bent and cut and grinded, etc. So yeah, we're just going to hopefully stick those onto there with the old welder. Right, so that's the little tabs there welded on. Not that pretty, but I've given them a whack with a hammer just to bend the angle down a bit, and they haven't fallen off, so that'll do for now. So quite happy with that. Looks alright. It's 4th or 5th time I've ever done welding, so quite happy that it's kind of sticking together anyhow, but I don't think I've got a career in it. But practice makes perfect, as they say, so we'll have another go at some point. Now to get it mounted up on the bike. Right, so that's the silencer all mounted up. So yeah, it seems to be pretty solid. So yeah, I had to use a bit of lock wire in the end, as I haven't got any springs short enough for that. But all seems quite solid and secure now, which is good. So I know it looks a bit beat up and rough, this can, but it'll do for now, and obviously we can replace this at a later date when I find another one. Right, the new battery's been delivered, so we'll pop this in the bike, and gave it a charge up for a couple of hours, so hopefully it should top it up. It's a gel type battery, so should hopefully last as well, and hopefully we can fire the beast up. Right, so just to put the new battery in, it's all gone on fine. Had a little bit of red tape there so you can't get it around the wrong way, just in case. And I suppose we better try and fire it up. So I have the starting screwdriver. Doug lost the keys apparently at a race meeting, and they had to butcher the lock here to get him out for a race. So you have to use the special starting screwdriver, which came with the sale of the bike. But my mate Billy is going to come and help me take this all out, do some wiring on the bike, and put a resistor in, and get a proper you know, on-off start switch added to this side. So we'll have a go at doing this. So you have to put the screwdriver in, give it a jiggle. I'm never going to be a bike thief, am I? Oops, there's a bit of a knack to this. There we go. Right, so we're in business. The lights are all on. Let's put the starting screwdriver in my pocket. Let's hit go. That's a good sign. So the fuel pump's running, and let's hit the go button. Way! Well, there we have it. She lives. So yeah, awesome. Well pleased with that. Sounds really nice actually. So we'll give her a bit of a rev up. So this is the seat bracket, so you can see the edges here are a bit sharp, so I'm just going to whip this off, give it a quick tidy up, and instead of having bolts coming through the down through the seat unit, I'm probably going to put a bolt up through here, another bolt on top, possibly like a foam washer, and then we'll get the just a nut sitting over the top of the seat unit there, so make it a lot easier to get to, because at the moment you have to lower the unbuckle the under tray, and then get to the 10mm nuts under here, and then it's all a bit tricky, so we'll do that little mod, and that should make life a bit easier when we want to get to this area of the bike. Right, so just giving this a quick clean up with a grinder, so just rounded off the edges. There's nothing smooth there, and just hit it with a bit of sandpaper just to make it look a bit nicer. A couple of new bolts and a bit of thread lock as well, as there's no nut behind these, so we'll just knit that up like that, and then that on there. Job done. Right, so just knocked up this little charge lead actually, so this has got a Dean's connector which I use on the RC cars and helicopters and stuff, and then it's got a couple of terminals there, so we will pop this on there and then have the lead in a convenient place, probably cable tied around here somewhere, so we can tuck it out of the way so I can charge the battery up when I'm not using it. And then I've got the alternative connector on my charger here, so I've got the croc clips for normal batteries, and then I've just got the male end of that on my charger, so it makes it quite easy to use. So yeah, it doesn't cost a lot, but makes the job a lot easier and nicer to do. Right, so I've got the charging cable all bolted up, as you can see, onto the battery, and then we just got this cable tied down here, so we can just pop that out just to charge it up, then tuck it away when we don't need it.